Hello everybody, this is a class focused on the core. And when I say core, I don't mean only the belly and the stomach. I also mean the obliques muscles, the muscles of your waist, and the muscles of your lower back and middle back. All these muscles support your spine. So when you work on the core, you're also working on a better posture and also stability when you walk. It helps you to walk with more confidence and stability. So let's start. Lay on your back with your knees bent and start becoming aware of the core. Try to keep the spine with a neutral curvature. You don't want to flatten the spine and you don't want to arch your spine. You want to really keep your spine like when you are in Tadasana, when you are in a mountain pose. So when you find, you can also tilt your pelvis a little bit back and forth to find your own shape. When you have your final pose, your final shape, you pause here, you stay a moment. You can also touch your belly and you start connecting with your breath. Let's do a little bit of belly breathing that really helps also to activate your core. So you inhale and you lift your belly. And you exhale and you bring your belly again down toward your spine. Few more. Inhale. Feel your belly rising under your hands. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Deep inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Now go back to your natural breath, the natural flow of your breath. And bring your legs into a reverse tabletop. Again, try to keep your spine with a natural curvature, especially when you lower your foot down. So start with your right foot down, exhale, inhale, exhale, the other one, inhale, right foot, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And keep going at your own pace. When you exhale, you lower your foot down. And when you inhale, you lift your foot and you go back into this reverse tabletop. And you keep going. Try to really keep your spine still. At a certain point, maybe if your core is not used to work, you can feel maybe the lower back a little bit too much. And I suggest you, when you get there, to pause a moment. Maybe you can bring your knees into your chest into Apanasana, or you can just rest with your feet on the floor, knees bent, and then you can do it again. You can start again the movement. And maybe we have one more one side and one more the other side. Now bring both knees together into a reverse tabletop again, and let's try with both feet. If for you it's too much and you start arching your back, or you feel too much tenderness in your back, keep alternating, or again, rest, pause until you feel okay. Lower both feet down, try to keep your knees 90 degrees, and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And a few more at your own pace. And when you exhale, you lower your feet down. And then when you inhale, you bring your knees in a reverse tabletop. Almost there. Lovely. And now from here, lift both arms up to the ceiling. This is really a variation of upward tabletop. The knees are right above your hips, and I will also lift your upper back off the floor. And you start lifting your left arm overhead and your right leg forward as you exhale. Inhale here, back in, exhaling other side. Inhale, exhale, deep inhale, full exhale. And keep going at your own pace until I tell you to stop, linking the breath to your movements. And again, if you feel your core too much, you can lower your feet on the floor and do the same exercise with your feet on the floor. Take adjustment, just be you in the practice. I don't know what's happening in your body, you only know. And then stop here and bring your arms on your side, shoulder side. Lower your head and your shoulders down and start lowering your knees to the right without touching the floor. So it's halfway, and exhale. Lift your left hip off the floor. Inhale, center. Exhaling the other side. Again, now your right hip is off the floor. Inhale, center. Exhaling the other side. And a few more at your own tempo, your own pace. As you exhale, you lower. As you inhale, you go to the center. This exercise can be problematic if you have lower back pain, especially if the pain is caused by a dysfunction in the sacroiliac joint. So if you know that there is something like that going on, just don't do this exercise. Just skip it. Couple more each side. Nice. And now back to the center. I know it's a lot, but, and again, if you need to rest, you rest. Otherwise, move into a boat posture. Lovely. Just hold here for a moment. You can squeeze your legs together if you want. If you squeeze your legs together, you work also on the pelvic floor, which is also part of the core. Then bring your right knee into your chest, palms together, and twist to the right. At this point, you can also lower your left feet on the floor with your knee bent. It helps. If it's too much for you, you know, right? You know yourself, you know what's happening there. Take any modification you need, and then go to the other side. And then center. We're gonna do this a little bit faster. Okay, from here, bend your right knee, both arms outside your right, both arms outside your left, and then back into a boat posture. And then right and left and both. Two more. Right and left and both. And one more. Right and left and both. And lower your feet on the floor when your knees bend. Let's just do a bridge posture to release some tenderness in the lower back, to stretch a little bit your belly. Just spend here a few moments. And then lower your hips down to the floor. Bring your knees into your chest and rock side to side. And now we're gonna do 5 more rounds of this boat posture. If you need to rest more, you can rest more. Otherwise, take a deep inhale and exhaling boat posture. And to the right, to the left, both, 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 to the right, to the left, both. Maybe one more. Right, left, both, hold. And then another bridge. Nice. Lower your hips down. And then from here, let's move into a tabletop. And when you move into a tabletop, start taking a few rounds of cat and cow. You can also take more animalistic movements, shaking your hips side to side, moving your body freely. Stretch where it needs to be stretched. Get in touch with your body. And then find the tabletop again. We're gonna do some bird. Right arm overhead, left leg. Spend your few breaths. Try to level your hips. You can keep your foot flexed toward toes pointing down to the floor. Draw the chest away off the floor. And then we're gonna do the other side. Keep drawing the chest away off the floor. And now we're gonna do alternate. When you alternate, try to really keep the trunk or the center of your body still. You don't want to move too much. So in this way, you really create stability in the core. When you lift your leg, you don't want to arch your back. You want to really keep the center of your body still. And when you inhale, you lift. And when you exhale, you lower. A few more. Try to really create that stability in the core. And one more each side. That's it. And then move into a plank. Let's hold plank for about 10 breaths. Now in plank, you want to press the chest away off the floor, but also forward. So you don't overstretch the upper back and you feel much more the core. You want to draw the tailbone toward your heels. So you really feel the core even more. And keep your breath steady. There is the opportunity for you, you want to lower your knees down. Take it if you want. 3 more breaths. And then from here, hover your knees to the floor. Back into plank. I'm going to do one more time. Hover your knees to the floor. And plank. Lower your knees all the way down to the floor. Child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Feel your breath relaxing. Feel your body softening. When you take breaks in the practice, you're not backing away from the practice. You're moving actually deeper because you're giving yourself the time to digest what you've done so far before moving to something else. And so in a yoga class, even if the teacher doesn't offer you a break and you need it, take it. Because you're not stepping away from the practice, but you are taking care of yourself and you're listening to yourself deeply and truly. If you don't take care of yourself during a yoga practice, so when? Okay, back into plank. Bring your right knee into your left, close to your left elbow, back into plank, and then the other. And keep doing this movement a few more times. You can exhale when you bring your knee forward and inhale when you goes back. Couple more. Last one. Plank. Now from plank, bring again your right knee into your left elbow, but this time extend your leg all the way out to the left and lift your right arm up to the ceiling for falling triangle. If this is too much for you, you can lower your knee down. You can also lift your right leg up if you want to challenge your gluteus medius. Again. Two more breaths. And then bring your left arm overhead. Bring your knee into your chest in plank. And then back into plank. Other side. Left knee to the right elbow. And extend your leg to the right. Lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Again, any variation for side plank. You don't have to do falling triangle. This class doesn't really have a level. You can take what is yours. I mean, just to guide you. And you decide. You are in charge. And then back with your knee to your chest in plank. Back into plank. And then from plank, lower your body all the way down to the floor. Arms alongside your body. And now we're going to work on the muscles of the lower back and middle back. Okay? Great. Lift your legs, lift your chest, your arms. Reach out through your toes, your fingers, the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders back and away from your ears. Feel very long. And breathe. Control the breath here. Make it steady and calm. And release. We're gonna do one more. Inhale, locust again. Lift your legs as much as you can. Exhale. And then hands under your shoulders and press your hips back and down into a child's pose. Rest here for a moment. Try to feel the energy in the core, that fire that is building as you keep working on your core. Also energetically, not just physically. And then from here, let's come to a seated position. Bring your right knee into your chest. If you want, you can cross your straight leg. If you want more stretch on the outer hip, and then twist to the right. Look over the right shoulder and use your right hand to keep your spine straight. And stay here. Keep your left foot straight, toes pointing up to the ceiling. And then back to the center. Uncross and switch leg. The other side. And twist to the left. Keep your right foot flexed. You can close your eyes if you like. Look over the back shoulder. Feel this sense of easing into the end of the practice. Then back to the center, uncross your legs and lay on your back. Nice. Bring your knees into your chest, hug your lower legs and rock side to side. And give yourself permission to surrender. And then let's stretch the obliques, arms on your side away from your body. Lower your knees to the right, look to the left or to the ceiling. It's up to you. A few breaths here. And then to the center. Lower to the other side, look at the right or to the ceiling. And then back to the center. You can hug your lower legs again. You can lift your shoulders off the floor and bring your lips closer to your knees to create this little cocoon. Take a deep inhale. Hold your breath for a moment. And then exhaling, unfold your body to the floor. Open your arms away from your body. Straighten your legs, let your feet drop out naturally. Feel this sense of surrendering even stronger now that you are laying down on the floor. Feel the front of the body. Move your attention to the center of your body, the core, the belly and the stomach. Feel them stronger. Connect with them. Bring your energy there. And then from that, bring your energy to the side of your body, to the waist. And see how the waist expand and contract as you breathe, like your belly does. And now bring your attention to the back of the body. And bring your attention more toward the center of the back of your body, your lower back and middle back. Try to feel this corset around your spine, supporting you. Shavasana. If you want to stay longer in Shavasana, you can totally stay and end this practice here for as long as you want. Otherwise, find your way to a seated position. Maybe you can bring your knees closer to your body and roll on your side. And then you can use your arms to propel yourself into a seated position. Keep your eyes closed a little longer. Keep your spine long, reaching out through the crown of your head, softening the shoulders. Place your hands next to your heart or on your heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me and trusting me with your time and your practice. Namaste.